So, Krishna is enacting, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is enacting in different moods, sometimes as Rukmini, sometimes as Ganga. So, depending on the conversation or the talks, everybody is trying to analyze. Oh, yes, now he is Rukmini. Yes, he is now Radharani. Yes, now he is Lakshmi. So in this way, they are trying to analyze by the speech of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Is giving a wonderful bliss to all the devotees. So 150th verse, 18th chapter, Chaitanya Bhagavat, Madhya Khanda. Ye shikhaya Krishna Chandra sehi satyahaya abhagya papishta mati taha nahi laya. Whatever Lord Krishna Chandra teaches is the truth. Only unfortunate, sinful persons do not accept it. Today, what message I had put in the group? What message I had put?
Missing the Chaitanya Bhagavat class.
That's good.
In the material world.
So here what is given? Unfortunate, sinful people do not accept the teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So what is sin? Sin is getting entangled in this material life. Whether it is good deed or a bad deed, it doesn't matter. Getting entangled in the material life is actually the greatest sin. How to come out of it? It's only by Chaitanya Leela one can come out of it. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has appeared to give the simplest solution for getting self-realized. The simplest solution, that is chanting the holy name. So for that, he personally teaches also. Krishna Varanam Tusha Krishnam Sangopangastra Parshadam Yagya Sankirtana Praya Yajanti hi Sumedasaha. He personally appears. Inaugurate the Hare Krishna Sankirtan movement. So in this way, it is Lord who wants to remove the sins of the people. That is why hearing about him, directly associating with him. Now see, we are not able to directly associate, but when we hear about him, he is present. So special note has been given in the index. This Durga hides mantras from anyone who, after receiving initiation in Krishna mantra, does not chant that mantra, does not worship the predominating deity of that mantra, or does not respect that mantra. Maybe for the previous one, it has been given. And then Nandam Sunandam Garudam Prachandam Chandam Evacha Mahabalam Balam Chaiva Pudam Kumadikshanam Durgam Vinayakam Vyasam Vishwakshenam Gurum Suram Svi Sthane Twabhimukham Pujayeta Rokshanadivihi. One should worship the Lord's associates Nanda, Sunanda, Garuda, Prachanda, Sanchanda, Mahabala, Bala, Kumuda, Kumudikshana with offerings such as Prokshana. One should worship Durga, Vinayaka, Vyasa, Vishkshena, spiritual masters, and other demigods, various demigods. All these personalities should be in their proper places, facing the deity of the Lord. Now see what our Shastras say. Temples should have all these deities, and they all are facing towards Lord. That is why if you see the Pauranik Sthala, the Pauranik temples, they will have all these deities. They will have Garuda, they will have Prachanda, Chanda, Mahabala, Bala, everyone, Nanda, Sunanda. So in this way, they will have all the deities, Vinayaka, Durga. We should also pay proper respects to them because they are all facing towards Lord. Lord will be in the center and surrounding them will be these deities. Especially when you go to the south, you will find such proper architecture. So this is the proper architecture where you have all the deities facing Lord, paying obeisances. And what you do, you also go around, you also pay them respect because they are all Lord's associates. You cannot keep Lord without associates. They should have their associates. Spiritual master. You may say that we have Shri Goswami. Yes, we have Shri Goswami in the temples. We should have Shakshena, we should have Garuda. At the same time, we should have Durga, we should have Vinayaka. We are not equalizing them. At the same time, we should not separate them also. The perfect architecture or the temple architecture is there in the south. If you go to the south temples, you will find Sarva Shakti Swarupe Nachaye Vishwambhara Keha Nahi Dekhe Hena Nritya Manohara. Vishwambar thus danced in the form of his various concerts. No one had ever seen such an enchanting dance. Now Krishna himself is dancing, taking the mood of the various concerts. Krishna and his concerts, they are non-different. Yesterday I was reading Vadiraj Tirtha's beautiful verses on Lakshmi. And the beautiful verses are given on Lakshmi, that how Lakshmi is so beautiful and she's equal to Lord. She is equal to Lord. In fact, she is sitting on the chest of the Lord, beautifies Lord more. Ye dekhe, ye shune, ye bagaye, Prabhu sange, sabai bhashena, prema sagara tarange. Those who saw, those who heard, those who sang with the Lord, all floated in the waves of the ocean of ecstatic love. So when Lord takes a particular mood, we should go along with that mood. Like when you visit the temple, you should flow with the mood of the Lord over there. Like the mood of Tirupati Balaji is offering the flowers. So one should go there and offer the flowers. There is a mood. Mood of Udupi Krishna. He is a child. Mood of Udupi Krishna is all the time he wants prasad. At the same time, he wants a viharan. That is why every day there is a Rath Yatra there. Fireworks, crackers, all these are shown to the child because the child loves all these things. Wonderful bhogas are offered. So whatever is the mood, like mood of Vithala, he is Nada Brahma. He likes to hear the song. So when you go there, you should sing actually. The mood is Nada Brahma. He loves to hear the music. So when Vadiraj Tirtha went there and he was writing the philosophy, Lord appeared and said, you sing for me. So whatever is the mood of the deities that one should take there. So here the mood of Lord is now he has taken the mood of his concerts. So his concerts are not different from him. Antaranga Shakti, in that also Hiladini Shakti. Antaranga Shakti has three categories. Samvit, Sandhini, Hiladini. Hiladini is one who gives bliss to the Lord. Just by taking the mood of the concerts, Lord is so blissful and floating in that mood, the devotees are also experiencing that bliss. Eka Vaishnavera Yatanara Nayaner Jala Ye Sehiyana Mahavanya Vyapila Sakala. The tears of even one of those Vaishnavas were sufficient to create a flood. Now see, it's not an exaggerated statement. In fact, this is the most important statement. The tears of those Vaishnavas were enough to inundate the whole world with the bliss. When you say the tears of the Vaishnavas were sufficient to create a flood, what is the meaning of flood? Too much of water. But what is, you can take the literal meaning or you have to take actually the subtle meaning. The subtle meaning is inundate the whole world with the love of Krishna. Adya Shakti Veshanache Prabhu Gaura Simha Sukhe Dekhe Tanriyata Charanera Bringa. So the lion like Gaura danced in the dress of the supreme goddesses, as his servants who were like bees at his lotus feet joyfully watched. When Lord appears, what is the purpose of his appearance? Lord can kill the demons just by his Bahiranga Shakti. But when Lord appears, he comes to give the bliss. Nilayitena bhuvanani jayatya jasram govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. because separation from Lord cannot be tolerated by the devotees. So Lord appears to give the strength to the devotees to perform devotional service. Prahlad Maharaj was never afraid of all the tortures which was done by his father. He was thrown from the cliff. He was not bothered for all those things. In fact, he was made to be burnt in the fire. He was put in the cage. The elephant was sent to trample him. He was not afraid. Sagulan, Samati, Taitani, Brahmabhuyaya, Kalpate. He was beyond all these things. No dukkhas, no miseries affect the pure devotee. We are at the level of sadhana, that is why we get affected by the miseries, by some anxieties. At the level of pure devotional service, at the level of prema to Krishna, devotees are not bothered about their external environment or external positions. They're always absorbed in Krishna. Prahlad Maharaj is always absorbed in Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya is the mantra which Prahlad Maharaj always used to chant. Elephants used to come, rush, and to trample him, but as soon as they used to see Prahlada, they used to just pay obeisances. And what made Narsimha come? That is the separation which Prahlad Maharaj felt. That is why here the devotees are called as bees. They always hanker to get the nectar from the lotus feet of Krishna. For that Lord has to be personally present. So when Lord appears, the devotees, they hanker, pure devotees hanker to drink that nectar. If Lord sends some external energy to vanquish the demons, will the fortune of drinking the nectar happen? No. In the same way, drinking the nectar of Chaitanya Bhagavat is also requires a fortune. For that, first understanding should be that we are suffering in this material world. The only solution is Chaitanya Bhagavat. Chaitanya Bhagavat makes our heart very simple. And this simple heart will make us understand the philosophy of Chaitanya Charitamrita. And once we take the shelter of Chaitanya Charitamrita, it becomes very easy for us to study Srimad Bhagavatam. And when we study Srimad Bhagavatam, again it becomes very easy for us to understand the instructions of Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. Sometimes we say Bhagavad Gita is graduation study. Then we say post-graduation study for Bhagavatam. Then we say Chaitanya Charitamrita is doctorate level study. Actually, it comes other way around also. Chaitanya Bhagavat makes our heart very simple. One should be very simple by the heart, not complicated. Simple behavior, simple heart. Simple behavior doesn't mean foolish behavior. We should be very careful. Our every behavior is seen, watched, and is again reflected. So behavior means simple by heart, no complications, no duplicity. So for that, Chaitanya Bhagavat is the only solution. So here the devotees are drinking the nectar of the lotus feet of Krishna. They are hankering, like how the bees hanker to go to a wonderful flower which has a wonderful juice. The phrase Adya Shakti, the Supreme Goddess, is explained as follows. From the material point of view, the Lord's original energy in the material world is born, which is born from his external energy, is called Adya Shakti. The mother of the universe within the limited time factor is called Adya Shakti. The external energetic Lord has three types of energies. The energy that produces, maintains, and destroys the perishable universe is the Lord's Bahiranga Shakti, or the external energy. This energy again has two propensities, covering and throwing. Apart from this, the Lord's Antaranga Shakti, or internal energy, manifests the eternal Vaikuntha planets in this material world, which is a product of the eternal external energy. 5 types of miseries and 3 modes of nature are present in mutual contention. But in the eternal self-manifested spiritual world, which is a product of the internal energy, there is no interruption in its blissful state. Between the internal and external energies, there is one other energy that sometimes comes under the control of the internal energy and sometimes eagerly pursues the external energy. Accepting the activities of his Adya Shakti, Lord Gaurasundar enacted the pastime of dancing as a female. By accepting the dress of Rukmini, who is a manifestation of the internal energy, and by manifesting her worship of the Lord, Gaurasundar displayed her worldly connection through the material point of view. So here very nicely it has been described that Lord has 3 energies: Antaranga Shakti, Bahiranga Shakti, and Tatastha Shakti. Antaranga is also known as internal energy, Bahiranga external energy, Tatastha is marginal energy. Internal energy is Krishna's Antaranga. That means for knowing the knowledge of Krishna, Samvit. For providing all the facilities for Krishna, it is Sandhini. For giving bliss to Lord, it is Hladini Shakti, which comes again, and all these 3 comes again under the category of internal potency. When we have external potency, two functions of external: covering the eyes of the people who are not interested in devotional service, and then throwing them out again in this material world. Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadhi. So in this way, covering and throwing are the functions of the external energy. What is the role of Tatastha Shakti? Tatastha Shakti falls in between both, sometimes covered, sometimes anugraha. So as a living entity, we are all coming in the category of Tatastha Shakti only. We are all jivas. That is why we should always seek the mercy of the devotees. The more we have mercy of our spiritual master, Surendra Prabhu, please mute your phone. So the more we have the mercy of our spiritual master, the more we are serving. Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya, Grantha Bhagavata, Bhakta Bhagavata. The more we serve, the more we are inclined towards internal potency of Lord. The more we put our consciousness in the matter, what he said, what I said, what is happening in the world around, so much eager to have all general knowledge of the world. Just you open your WhatsApp, that is enough for you to go on. Then what will happen? We'll be more inclined towards the external energy, that is Maya Shakti of Lord. Though Maya Shakti is also Krishna's only. Mama Maya, Duratteya, very difficult to cross my Maya. So as a sadhaka, we have to be very, very careful in all our dealings, every time, utilization of every moment. Going to office is not a problem, go to office. At the same time, have the consciousness. How best I can serve Krishna, how best I can chant. You can chant within your mind also. When you're in the office, you can go on chanting within your mind and you can do your work. But for practicing this, for Hridaya Kandare Suratu Vasachinandana, very nicely, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, "Oh Chaitanya, be deeply rooted in my consciousness. Be deeply rooted." For that only, early morning, one has to wake up and chant the holy name. The more we gain energy, then only we can give energy to others. Sometimes we only think of distributing the energy to others, but for that one has to be first energetic, isn't it? One has to take the energy. That is why morning hours, do your sadhana very nicely. Once you do your sadhana, you introspect yourself. What all flaws I have, what all the behavior I have. Is my behavior harming someone? Am I very rude to others? Just go on analyzing. Sometimes, yes, we are rude in our talks. Sometimes we are very casual in our behavior. So all these things we have to analyze. When we start analyzing ourselves, then our chanting becomes more and more purified. And the chanting should be not in a very super fast speed. Every word has to be heard very nicely. One is trying to finish so many rounds. Oh, I have done so many rounds. Do the rounds very nicely. You see, Srila Prabhupada, when he used to chant, he used to chant alone. He used to chant alone. All our acharyas, they chant alone. And they try to analyze at that time. Your connection in the spiritual world is there. At that time, Lord reveals, gives you more energy to serve Krishna. Actually, this is a very wonderful yoga system. Chanting process is the most wonderful yoga system. And slowly, slowly, when a person starts loving Hare Krishna Mahamantra, is able to see Hare when he's chanting Hare. Is able to see Krishna when he's able to chant Krishna's name, is able to see Krishna's name, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Chanting is not a show off. Chanting is not done for somebody else. Chanting is done for our own purification. How many lifetimes, what all life impressions we have, we don't know. We are not to judge others. We have to judge ourselves. That is why chanting process is the best process by which Tatastha Shakti, a living entity, can be inclined towards Antaranga Shakti. That is the internal potency of Lord. The more we chant, throughout the day, the chanting peeps or creeps in our consciousness. It just creeps in our consciousness. So wherever you are, you will be chanting the holy name. Even when you go for washroom, there also this chanting will go on. Once Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he just caught hold of his lips and he was carrying one pot because he had to go for the washroom. At the time, a small boy comes, Gopal comes. What happened? Why are you holding your lips? I said, what to do? When I open, the mouth doesn't stop chanting the holy name. He said, so nice. What if something happens when you're passing? So chanting is always wonderful. So chanting is not just done for others. Chanting is done for ourselves. That is completely taking Krishna, being with Krishna, serving Krishna, Krishna Bhajo, Krishna Prema, Krishna, everything. That time you are completely in the spiritual world. So make your chanting in such a way that you are in the spiritual world at that moment. At that moment, you're completely in the spiritual world. You can feel it. If you really chant in the Brahma Muhurta, why Brahma Muhurta is selected for the sadhakas? As a sadhakas, for us chanting other times, some phone calls come, we are not completely absorbed. Sarvatmanaya Sharanam Sharanyam Gato Mukundam Paharipta Kartam. That stage is not there as a sadhaka. We have many duties as a grahastha. So the best time for the sadhakas is the morning hours. Don't miss it. Don't miss those morning hours. 3:30 is the beautiful time to wake up. 4 o'clock, wonderful time. 4:30 to 6:30, just see that you finish off the chanting very nicely. It is not finishing. In fact, it is initiating. It is not completing the rounds. It is not that I have completed 16 rounds. No, it is initiating our consciousness towards Krishna. Come out of this theory that we are finishing 16 rounds. No. We have initiated now our pure consciousness to serve Krishna. And in that pure consciousness, because in 16 rounds, we do a lot of gadbad, isn't it? In the first round, we may be a little drowsy. In the second round, we may be a little bit thoughtful of many things. And in this way, slowly, our vices, we are able to analyze our vices. That is why chanting should be done in a solitary place. Even though in the temple, many people come together and chant, it's not that they chant seeing each other. No. Everybody chants and hears his own chanting. One should not keep Prabhupada chanting while he is chanting. Many times we keep Prabhupada's chanting and then we chant. No. We have to chant while we chant. We have to hear whatever we have said, because our pronunciation may not be right. And when we are chanting, we are actually talking to Krishna. When Prabhupada is chanting, he is talking to Krishna. So when I am chanting, I should talk to Krishna. I should see that Krishna hears my voice. So nicely we have to chant and see that we are filled with spiritual energy to face whatever karmas, because of the karmas only we have come here. Whatever karmic reactions are there, whatever karmas we have to face, for that energy is required. It's not that we are afraid of the reactions. Devotees should never be afraid of the reactions. Let the reactions come. To face that reaction, you need the energy. And when the reactions are done, it's gone, then you have the blissful life to experience. So in this way, here Gaur Sundar displayed how Durgaji's worldly collection to the material point of view. Now here, internal potency is Chaya Shakti, is the external potency. Srishti Sthiti Pralaya Sadhana Shakti Rekha Chayeva Yasya Bhuvanani Vibharti Durga Ichha Nurupamapi Yasya Cheshtate Sa Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So Durga ji is the Chaya Shakti of Srimati Radharani, internal potency. So she is also Mama Maya, Krishna's Maya. One has to respect Krishna's energies, Krishna's concerts, Krishna's parshadas, Krishna's associates. Hare Krishna. So we'll stop requesting everyone to join every day. Take the dose of Chaitanya Bhagavat. Make one's heart very simple so that we can understand the instructions of Krishna very nicely. Hare Krishna. Any doubts you can ask. No doubts. वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. वैष्णववृन्द की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय.
Hare Krishna, Pranam.